Welcome to another episode of the Mind Game. Before we get right into it, we're going to do our usual. We're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You know, I've been doing this for a little under 2 years, and I told y'all all the steps that I've been taking, going from single shows to guests to series. Now, what we're getting ready to start this week is probably one of two projects that I've really worked hard on, thought out, and is really proud to do it. I have two very special guests. I always say the guests are special, but these two women are very special guests because they're part of a critically acclaimed series on the chronic homeless here in Erie by my company, Mastermind Productions. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Mary and Sue, okay? These are not actors, okay? These people are living in America, in Erie, and they're living just like what we're getting ready to start talking about, okay? Nothing has been staged. We gave them a few questions that I'm going to be asking them before the show, but everything else is off the top. What y'all seeing is the real deal, okay? Let's start with you, Mary. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and let's get right down to the nuts and bolts of it. Just a few words, if you want to, just tell me about your situation, not the present, but how you got to the present situation.
Well, I came to Erie and I lost my apartment, and that's how I became homeless.
Okay, was you working, was you on a fixed income, both or what?
Both.
Okay, and when you came from Erie, where'd you come from?
I came from Iowa.
Okay, and how long you been here in Erie?
About maybe 4 months.
4 months?
Mm-hmm.
And what brought you to Erie? Was it family, friends, husband, what?
Husband.
Okay, so your husband came with you and y'all split up, or, you know?
He's in jail.
He's incarcerated right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so the burden of, and that's when you lost your apartment?
Yes.
When he went to jail? Okay. Okay, Sue, let's get a little background on you. Tell us what's going on.
Well, I came to Erie from Philadelphia. I just wanted a change of scenery, and I didn't know apartments were so expensive up here. That's why I'm homeless.
Okay. How long you been here?
Since August of last year.
So both of y'all are fairly new to the Erie area. When you came, so Sue, you said when you came up here, you had no idea that the housing was going to be as expensive. Are you on a fixed income?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and you didn't think that it would be as expensive?
Yes.
Did you ever have an apartment when you came to Erie?
No.
Okay. What about you, Mary? Have you ever had your own apartment, you and your husband?
Yes.
Okay. And due to certain circumstances, whatever surrounding him, that's what brought you to the situation that you're in?
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Sue?
Um,
When you first got up here, what happened? Give us a little background.
when I first got up here, I answered an ad in the paper for a roommate, and it turned out that they moved into a smaller apartment, and they didn't need me, so
Okay. Well, did you ever get a chance to move with them?
no, I didn't.
Okay. So basically, you've been on the streets since you got up here.
Yes.
You know, Erie is just like any other place in this country. Have y'all found it to be, what's the level of danger that you felt yourselves in once you became homeless? We'll start with you. As far as the streets and being out there at nighttime, whatever, going into these places.
Just not having a place to be is dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
It's not as dangerous as being in Philly, but it's up there.
Okay. Okay. Have y'all experienced any trouble finding resources? I mean, I know that y'all both staying at a local nonprofit here in the area. We won't name that because we don't want to disclose your location, but I do know that y'all are staying in a local nonprofit organization. Was it easy or hard to find help? We'll start with you.
It was pretty easy. I found a number that I called to get help, and they walked me through it to where I'm at now.
Okay. And how did you come in contact with the nonprofit where y'all at?
I called a number, and
Okay, same
they
thing?
helped me.
Okay. You know, one of the things here in Erie that we both know, or all three of us know, is that like she said earlier, the housing situation in affordable housing, if you're on a fixed income, that could be quite a strain, and also quite a task for you to achieve. I know Dr. Grace Kennedy, who runs the community of caring, was my first guest on the show, and we were talking about the homeless situation in Erie, and she talked about affordable housing being at the root of the problem. People just can't afford to have an apartment here in Erie and live off the monthly income that they're getting. It didn't always used to be like this, because I know when I was growing up in my teenage, early 20s, you could get you a one-bedroom, $250, $300, and now they want what? What's the going rate that y'all have noticed?
$550, $600.
For a one-bedroom? Which
Yes.
makes it quite to be pretty much impossible if you're on a fixed income and you're receiving less than even $1,000. That's, you know, a great task, like I said, for anybody to try to come up out of. Have the places where y'all been staying or have stayed, have they tried to help y'all get any housing situated or anything like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. How successful? I know one of the main things with that is the waiting list. You know, they have waiting lists for people that be on waiting lists for sometimes up to 2 years, and by the time they get to that person that's on the waiting list, they've either moved on or incarcerated or got their own place. You know, so I want to ask y'all, what do y'all think is the plan for both of y'all? Are y'all trying to get out on your own? Y'all trying to get something together? What are y'all trying to do?
We're gonna try to find an apartment together,
Okay.
because it will be easier with both of our incomes
Okay.
to find something.
Okay. What do you, that's the same plan that
Yeah.
you have? Mary, do you think that, is it the best idea for both of y'all to do that? I mean, do you think that y'all know each other well enough to be able to trust each other to do something like that? How long have y'all known each other since y'all been in y'all nonprofit where y'all at?
We've known each other for almost maybe 5 months.
5 months?
Yeah.
Do you trust Sue to move in with her, Mary?
Yes.
What about you, Sue?
Yes, I trust Mary.
Okay, so y'all have stuff in common, and
Yes.
y'all both in the same situation, obviously. What about medical help? A lot of times we find people that are homeless, they're on medications for one thing or another. Just even being homeless can make you depressed or suicidal, you know, so a lot of times the medication comes in that way, or if you've already been taking medications. Have y'all been able to get help with medications here in the city?
Yes.
With y'all meds, as far as co-pays and insurance and stuff?
Yes.
Okay, was that easy to obtain?
No.
No?
No.
What did you, tell us a little bit about what you had to go through.
I had to go find my insurance, go through that, go through the hospitals, just to be able to get my meds.
Okay, were you on medications prior to coming to Erie?
Yes.
And that made it a little bit easier,
Yeah.
but not that, not that easy.
No.
What about you?
I have Medicaid. So all I had to do is switch my welfare from Philly up
Okay.
to here, and
Okay.
they just transferred my insurance over.
Okay. And so that was pretty relatively easy for you
Yes.
as you coming out of state, it was a little bit harder.
Yes.
Okay. Have you found the community here in Erie to be receptive to people who are in your situation? Or not as receptive as you had hoped?
Not really.
No. What about you, Sue?
I found a lot of nice people out there, but it's 50-50.
Okay. Have they been, well, I guess what I'm trying to get to is, have they been receptive as far as helping? I mean, when you're in a situation, anytime that you're homeless and you're in a situation, whether you're on the streets or you're in a facility, anybody that you meet can take advantage of you, even if they know you don't got that much. Have y'all ran into that? People trying to take advantage of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a little bit about some bad luck that y'all had dealing with an individual who y'all really don't, didn't really know, and she kind of like took advantage of y'all. Were y'all expecting that, or she just was taking advantage of your kindness?
Taking advantage of our kindness.
Okay. And have y'all seen this individual? What did she get? I mean, what did?
She got money.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but we haven't seen her
Okay.
So
What about people in the streets? I mean, do y'all go out and be gathering or hanging out like that, or just basically trying to get y'all lives together at the nonprofit where y'all staying at?
we're just trying to get our lives together.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then do y'all see that happening over the course of how long y'all been in the shelter at the nonprofit for 5 months? Do y'all see that happening? Do y'all see people being receptive as far as trying to help y'all get your own apartment and stuff of that nature?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Funding, have y'all tried to tap into any, like, I know they have a program at JCAC that pays the first month's rent. I know they have a program at the Community of Caring. I believe that's called Shelter Plus. And then they have some other resources around that help you get on your feet as far as housing. Have y'all tapped into any of that?
Well, we're going to GCAC as soon as we find an apartment because GCAC only gives you 30 days after you put the application in to find something,
Okay,
and then you have to refile.
okay,
So it's easier just to find something that the landlord will take GCAC for
okay.
before you.
Have y'all been looking?
Yes.
What about the market here as far as one-bedroom apartments? I know y'all mentioned previously $500 to $600 a month for just a one-bedroom.
Yes.
Are they nice apartments as far as y'all standards, or could they be a
Some
little bit nicer?
of them are nice, and some of them aren't so nice.
Okay. Now, obviously, if you're looking for a one-bedroom, $500 or $600, are they in decent neighborhoods? I know a lot of people make a lot of accusations about certain neighborhoods here in the city, but there are a lot of neighborhoods right here in Erie that are charging $500 to $600 for a one-bedroom apartment that are decent neighborhoods. Have y'all been able to do that?
Yeah, we found some pretty decent neighborhoods. Yeah.
Okay. What about the sizes of the apartments? Have they been nice sizes?
They've been kind of small.
Most of them are small.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, have y'all looked into, with both of y'all incomes together, do you think that y'all might want to upgrade to maybe a two-bedroom, or what do you think, if y'all can find a good one-bedroom, that would be sufficient enough for right now?
We're thinking about a 2-bedroom because most of the 1-bedroom apartments we've seen are so tiny.
Okay. And y'all would rather stay in an apartment that y'all renting, or what about the high-rises? Have y'all looked into the high-rises?
No.
The different towers, Methodist towers, Tulio towers, any of that?
No,
Anything like that?
we haven't looked into the towers yet.
Was there any specific reason, or y'all just haven't gotten that far yet in the plan?
We just haven't got that far yet.
Okay. What about other stuff? I mean, obviously, if you get an apartment, you're gonna have to have furniture, refrigerator, stuff like that. What's the game plan? Is anybody helping y'all save money? Do you have a payee, first of all? Let's start
No.
there. No. So y'all control your own finances?
Yes.
Okay, what's the game plan as far as that?
We're saving,
Okay,
and we basically need everything except for our clothing.
okay.
So,
So y'all
yeah.
are starting over?
Yes.
Yeah.
Both of y'all together, which makes it that much more difficult, but with another person, makes it a little bit more easier too,
Right.
because both of y'all going through the same struggle at the same time, and if y'all stay together, 1 + 1 can make 2, and y'all can get a little bit more accomplished with the both of y'all. The arrangements that you have now, are they adequate where y'all stand?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, they feed around the city. Do y'all take advantage of that? The Mayor's Soup Kitchen, City Mission, Upper Room, and all those type of places? Do y'all go for meals at different places?
Right now, no, because wherever we're at, they feed us.
Okay, and that's adequate enough?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, what about clothing? Do they have donations or anything like that
Yes,
coming in?
they
as
have
well?
Yes.
donations.
Okay, and the living arrangements are adequate there?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about where do y'all hope to be in y'all process, say 6 months from a year from now?
Hopefully I'll have an apartment.
Yeah.
I mean, because living where I'm at now is only for temporary.
Okay. What,
Have our own apartment, have it furnished, getting things done.
okay. So, it can be very trying, like I said, when you're living in a fairly new city, such as Erie. What was it like? I know y'all had expectations coming here. What would y'all say after y'all done got here and lived 6 months? What is your thoughts about Erie still the same, or are they changed?
They're the same.
They're the same.
Yeah.
They're the same.
Okay. What about well, you're coming from out of state and you're in state coming from Philadelphia, I'm sure. Did y'all make the adjustment over as far as the winters? Was it a great adjustment or?
It was an adjustment
Okay.
from cold to hot, back to cold.
Okay. Well, were you used to all the snow that we get or?
No.
Okay.
No.
You coming from Philly, you
Yeah.
used to something.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been that much of a shock.
No, it really wasn't that. I was expecting more than
Okay.
what we got.
Okay, well, last year we got that. And
Yeah.
This year was kind of mild. You said that, let's touch on a little bit. You said that you just wanted to get out of the Philadelphia area
Yes.
and come here. What brought you decide to, land in Erie? I mean,
Well, I always liked Lake Erie. I used to come up here to go fishing.
okay, so you
So-
had been here before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just wanted to be close to Lake Erie.
To the lake, okay. And it's a lot smaller than Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Not as dangerous, but it still can be dangerous. How long were you on the streets before you actually got the number to call to go to where you're at now?
I was on the streets about 2 weeks.
Okay. Being a single female out there in the streets of Erie, it may not be as dangerous as Philadelphia, but it can be still dangerous. What were you doing in the interim?
I stayed pretty much to the well-lit areas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you found the apartment, and did you ever get a chance to move in with that
No.
individual?
No.
Okay, so when you went to check it out and then they told you? Mm-hmm. Okay. How about yourself? You said you moved here with your husband. Was he from this area or is he still in this area?
He's from this area.
Okay. And do you plan on staying here after his incarceration or you haven't gotten to that yet?
I'm still working on that one.
Okay. Let's talk about where have y'all been looking for? Have y'all tried the thrift shops and places like that for furniture? I mean, after you get into the apartment, that's only half the battle. You're going to have to furnish it with at least a bedroom set. And so tell me the plan as far as that. As far as furniture and maybe appliances, dishes and stuff like that.
We'll check out the thrift stores because they have good deals and they're decent.
Okay. Have y'all checked in any places like the MHA, the Upper Room, Salvation Army, any of those places? Have y'all started to look into those areas in your process of trying to find an apartment?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, so it's y'all basically trying to get on the apartment first and then
Yes.
get that secured and then
Yeah.
go from there. What has it been like mentally?
Struggle.
A struggle?
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose that at some point in your life, Mary, you were making a contribution to the community and the society that you lived in. As you're homeless right now, how does that affect your self-esteem and your overall mental state?
It makes me feel like I'm worthless because I'm a strong person and I used to be in an apartment. So now being homeless, it just affects everything.
Okay. How about you?
It makes me feel worthless, but I know if I keep working at it that I'll find something. And I know once I have the apartment, I'll do whatever it takes to keep it.
Okay. Have y'all been taking any classes or anything about budgeting? Because I know when you're on a fixed income, that could be so hard. Managing money once a month to be able to pay your rent, buy groceries, if there's anything left over, maybe buy a pair of shoes or clothing of some sort. Have y'all, has anybody reached out to y'all in the community to try to help y'all with that?
No, but I'm pretty good at budgeting.
Okay. Okay, how about you, Mary?
I'm good about budgeting.
Okay, so y'all do have that in common?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That y'all not gonna run out just because y'all get an apartment the first day and spend everything with y'all to spend on something that you don't need,
Right.
obviously. You know, have y'all learned the bus systems here in Erie and how to get around? Has that been a hindrance to either one of y'all?
Working on that one.
We're working on it. We've learned a couple of the bus routes, but we're still working on it.
Okay, well, one thing I can tell you and that I do know here in Erie, unless you want to be running around all times of the night, catching the bus all over the city or whatever, during the day, the buses usually run pretty good to get you to where you want to go. And before y'all get an apartment or at least sign a lease or whatever, you might want to talk to the people where you're staying at and have them help you try to get to know the city a little bit better by getting on the buses and riding them to see exactly where everything is at before you make that final decision as far as where you want to live at in the city. Okay, because if y'all been downtown, you know that there is no Giant Eagle or no Walmart
Right.
Yeah.
down there, okay?
We found that one
Okay,
out.
so wherever you move, you want to make sure that it's centrally located where you can get on the bus and don't have to carry your bags when you get off the bus too far.
Yeah.
Okay. Special interest, I mean, how have y'all been able to experience different things since y'all been here in Erie? Or has it been just mostly focused on, as it should be, finding affordable housing?
I've been focused on finding housing.
Have you been able to get out and enjoy the community at all, or
Some,
some?
yeah.
How about you, Mary?
Somewhat.
Okay. Was your husband living with you here in Erie prior to him being incarcerated?
Yes.
Okay. Do either one of y'all besides you and your husband have any type of family here in Erie?
No, I don't.
I do.
You do?
Well, his sister.
Okay.
So,
And that's it?
yeah.
So basically, pretty much y'all basically have each other and that's it?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I believe that God brought y'all together for a reason, you know, and the main thing that you should understand, both of y'all should understand, is that we are all God's children and that everybody is somebody. Just because you don't have an apartment to live in right now, He has blessed y'all with a roof over y'all heads.
Yes.
And I'm sure that y'all both know this, and if you don't know this, you should know this. I would say anywhere from 60 to 70% of all Americans living in this country today, unless you're Bill Gates or some of those big time guys, you live in paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. And have you found the living here in Erie, once y'all do get your apartment, do you think, and we're gonna start with you with this question, do you think with both of y'all incomes together, now she already answered the question, but I want you to answer it. Do you think that y'all will be able to sustain and maintain the apartment
Yes.
with the money that y'all both get combined?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think?
Yes.
Depending on what y'all get?
Yes.
You know, y'all should start looking into, other than JCAC subsidized housing, because I do know that the program at the Community of Caring is called Shelter Plus, that they offer to pay a percentage of your rent for so many years. I think it's up to a year. I may be mistaken, it might be even longer, which would give y'all even more of a chance to save money. And have you done any type of low-skilled jobs in the past and opposed to working and getting your check? Have you ever done that?
Yes.
Because you can make up to so much, to my knowledge, and still receive the benefits that you're receiving. Have you done that before?
Yes, I've worked in fast food.
Okay.
I've babysat.
Okay. Do you see that in your future, moving in with Mary? If both of y'all get a job, because like I said, they do allow you to make up to so much money, and if you can get you a little something to go with your monthly income, both of y'all together, living in a one-bedroom, y'all might be able to quickly upgrade to a two-bedroom, and who
Yeah.
knows, save y'all money and get y'all a car and move forward, you know. Do you see that in your future, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you worked in the private or public sector before?
I worked in the hospitals.
Oh, really? Okay. And so going back into the workforce on a limited basis, would that be something that y'all would consider
Yes.
in receiving y'all benefits
Yeah.
together? Well, let me just say that nothing beats a failure but a try. We are all somebody, we God's children, and if y'all put y'all mind to it, Mary and Sue, I'm sure that y'all can come up with a plan that once y'all put it in motion, it can start working. We're gonna go ahead and give final thoughts. If you could say or give advice to any homeless person, chronically homeless person here on the streets of Erie, what would that be?
There is help out there. There is people that care, and they will help you.
Okay, but you gotta wanna receive that help.
Yes.
You know, y'all really don't classify as chronic homeless, because I don't know about what your situations was in Philadelphia and where you came from, but I wanted to bring y'all onto the show because when I met y'all, I could see that y'all were struggling and was trying to find a way out of y'all's situation right now. And the most intriguing thing was that how God brought y'all together in the same situation, and y'all using that friendship and bond to come up out of it. Okay, what advice, Mary, would you give to somebody? Final thoughts.
Never give up and stay strong.
Both mentally and physically. Have y'all experienced any physical problems by being homeless in Erie?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up, and I just want to say that thank y'all for coming on the show, for being my first guest. I'm gonna do maybe one person and then do another couple, 2 people together for a series of 3 guests on my series of chronic homeless here in Erie, Pennsylvania. And just keep the faith, you know, anything is possible, anything and everything is possible. So just keep the faith, stay with your higher power, and I'm sure everything else will take care of itself. One day I hope to see in the near future, see you girls in your own apartment, and I'm sure that can happen. If anybody out there listening and want to help them, you can send me an email. My email is at vernongavin@hotmail.com. That's vernongavin@hotmail.com. And we'll be screening the people if they want to really help these 2 young ladies as far as getting them an apartment and getting themselves together, or if they just want to scam somebody, okay? So if y'all want to help these young ladies as far as furniture, or if y'all know somebody with affordable housing for them, you can email me at vernongavin@hotmail.com. Okay, once again, that's vernongavin@hotmail.com. I want to thank you ladies for coming on the show. And once again, we'll see you, ladies and gentlemen, again. Thank you.